Hello, dear listeners. Welcome to my podcast, where we will embark on a journey together to discover effective and enjoyable ways to learn English. Learning a new language can be both exciting and challenging, and I'm here to share my own experiences and insights that have helped me become proficient in English. So, let's dive right in. First and foremost, setting clear goals is essential in language learning. Determine what you want to achieve with your English skills, whether it's for travel, work, or personal enrichment. Having a specific target will keep you motivated and focused on your language journey. Imagine embarking on a journey without destinations in mind. You might wander aimlessly, unsure of where you are headed. Similarly, in language learning, setting clear goals provide you with directions and purpose. It gives you a roadmap to follow and helps you stay on track, even when faced with challenges. There are various types of goals you can set for your English language learning journey. Here are a few examples. First, we have proficiency goals. These goals focus on your level of mastery in the language. For instance, you might aim to achieve a certain level on language proficiency exams like the TOEFL or IELTS. Next, we have functional goals. These goals revolve around using the language in specific situations. You might aim to be able to confidently order food in a restaurant, navigate public transportation, or participate in business meetings in English. Then, we have cultural goals. Learning a language often involves understanding the culture associated with it. You might set goals to learn about English-speaking countries' history, traditions, and social norms. And last but not least, there are personal goals. These goals are tailored to your individual interests and motivations. Whether it's reading English literature, watching movies without subtitles, or connecting with English-speaking friends, personal goals add a unique dimension to your language journey. So now there's a question: how to set effective goals? Actually, setting goals is an art that requires a thoughtful approach. Here is a step-by-step guide to help you set effective language learning goals. First, be specific. Instead of a vague goals like, I want to be good at English, try something specific like, I want to comfortably hold a 10-minute conversation about my hobbies and interests in English. Second, make it measurable. Your goal should be quantifiable. For example, I want to learn 20 new words every week. Next, ensure it's achievable. Your goal should be challenging but realistic. Setting unattainable goals can lead to frustration and demotivation. Moreover, your goals should align with your reason for learning English. If you are learning for business purpose, your goals should be different from someone learning for travel. And finally, set a time frame for achieving your goals. For instance, I want to improve my listening skills enough to watch a movie without subtitle within 3 months. So once you have set your goals, it is essential to track your progress regularly. This can help you stay motivated and make necessary adjustments if you're not making the desired progress. You can use tools like language learning apps, journal, or spreadsheets to monitor your achievements. Remember, learning a language is a journey, not a destination. Celebrate your achievements along the way, no matter how small they may seem. Each milestone is a step closer to your ultimate language proficiency. To sum up, by setting clear goals, you can set yourself up for success in your English language learning journey. Goals provide direction, motivation, and a sense of accomplishment. So, take some time to reflect on your aspiration, define your goals, and watch as your language skill flourish. After setting your goals, you should now try to maximize your exposure to English. Immersing yourself in the language is like diving into a whole new world. Surround yourself with English content like movies, TV shows, podcasts, and music. This exposure to authentic language usage will enhance your listening and speaking abilities, making you more comfortable and confident in your English conversations. Immerse yourself, quite literally, in the language to accelerate your progress and truly embrace the English speaking experience. Language immersion is like stepping into a new reality where English becomes the norm. By surrounding yourself with English content, you are not just learning words and phrases, you are absorbing the culture, idioms, intonations, and nuance that come with it. This method replicates the way we learn our native language through constant exposure and interaction. So now I will show you some practical steps to immerse yourself in English. First, let's talk about movies and TV shows. Watch movies, TV series, and documentaries in English. Start with subtitles in your native language and gradually transition to English subtitles, and eventually, no subtitles at all. Podcasts are also worth our consideration. Tune into English language podcasts on topics that interest you. This is an excellent way to improve your listening skills while staying informed or entertained. Moreover, listening to English songs and paying attention to the lyrics is a good recommendation. Sing along to improve your pronunciation and rhythm. In addition, you can read books, magazines, newspapers, and online articles in English. Choose materials that match your reading level and gradually move on to more challenging texts. And finally, follow English-speaking accounts on social media platforms. Engage in discussion, read captions, and absorb the language used in everyday communication. One important thing that I really want to say is that you should try to maintain a language diary to document your experiences and observations during your immersion journey. Write about new words you have learned, cultural insights you have gained, and any challenges you have faced. This reflective practice can help you track your progress and stay motivated. If possible, engage in conversations with native English speakers and other learners. This real-time interactions allows you to practice speaking and listening in a natural setting. Language exchange partners, online language forum, and language meetup groups can all provide opportunities for meaningful conversations. And why immersion is powerful? Don't forget the importance of structured learning. Incorporate a mix of formal language lesson, grammar practice, and vocabulary building alongside your immersive activities. This balanced approach ensures comprehensive language development. Needless to say, immersion has lots of benefits. You can improve listening skills as exposure to various accents, speech, and intonations in real-world contexts sharpen your abilities to understand spoken English. Furthermore, immersion exposes you to a wide range of vocabulary, idiomatic expressions, and colloquialism, which help you enhance your vocabulary. Additionally, mimicking native speakers' pronunciation and rhythm help you sound more natural. And last but not least, immersion provides insights into cultural norms, tradition, and customs, fostering cultural awareness. Dear listeners, immersing yourself in English is like plugging into a linguistic adventure. It is an enjoyable and effective way to internalize the language while also connecting with the culture it embodies. Embrace the world of English content, engage with native speakers, and watch as your language skills flourish in the way you never imagined. Hello again, wonderful listeners. We are back with another essential aspect of language learning in this segment, the power of practicing speaking regularly. Speaking is a cornerstone of communication, and honing the skills in English requires consistent effort and practice. Don't be afraid to practice speaking, even if you are not a native speaker. Join language exchange groups or conversation clubs where you can interact with native English speaker and fellow learner. Embrace every opportunity to practice. Remember, making mistakes is a natural part of the learning process. Speaking a language can be intimidating, especially if you are not a native speaker. However, remember that making mistakes is a natural part of the learning process. Embrace the ideas that each conversation is an opportunity to improve, and the more you speak, the more confident you will become. Language exchange groups, whether in person or online, provide a platform for language learners to practice speaking with native speakers or those fluent in the language. These conversations are often structured so that each participant can spend equal time speaking their target language and their partner's language. Similar to language exchange groups, conversation clubs are spaces where individuals gather together in order to converse in the language they are learning. These clubs may have themes or prompts to guide discussions and make the experience both enjoyable and educational. Whether you have the chance, engage in conversations with native English speaker. This could be during travel, while interacting with international colleagues, or even through online platforms. Several language learning apps offer speaking exercise and interactive dialogue. These apps use speech recognition technologies to evaluate your pronunciation and provide feedback. Utilize these tools to practice speaking even when you are studying alone. Moreover, recording yourself speaking in English is an excellent way to assess your progress. Play back the recording to identify areas where you can improve, such as pronunciation, intonation, or fluency. This self-evaluation can be immensely valuable. Also, try to engage in role-playing scenario or have conversation with yourself in English. While this might seem a little bit unusual, it is a fantastic technique to practice constructing sentences on the spot and developing your conversational skills. It is common to feel nervous about speaking in a new language, but remember that every step you take is a step toward improvement. To overcome anxiety, start with comfortable environments and gradually challenge yourself in more complex settings. So now, let me show you some benefits of regular speaking practice. Firstly, it enhances your abilities to speak fluently without hesitation. Next, speaking exposes you to new words and phrases in context, which expand your vocabulary. In addition, frequent speaking practice helps you refine your pronunciation and intonation. And eventually, as you become more comfortable speaking, your overall confidence in using the language grows. Dear listeners, practicing speaking regularly is like giving life to the words and phrases you have learned. Embrace opportunities to engage in conversations, whether with native speakers, fellow learners, or even yourself. Remember that each conversation is a step forward in your language journey. So go ahead, speak up, and watch as your English fluency soars. Building a robust vocabulary is crucial for effective communication, and the key to success lies in transforming this process into an enjoyable adventure. Expanding your vocabulary is crucial in mastering any language. Instead of memorizing long lists of words, try incorporating new terms into your daily life. Create flashcards, label objects around your house in English, and use new words in sentences. This interactive approach will make learning vocabulary enjoyable and more effective. Gone are the days of dull memorization. Instead of cramming endless word lists, we are here to explore creative and interactive ways to expand your vocabulary naturally. One of the most effective ways to learn new words is by encountering them in context. As you read, watch movies, or listen to conversation, pay attention to how words are used. This helps you understand their meanings and how they fit into sentences. Meanwhile, flashcards remained a powerful tool, but let's add a twist. Create flashcards with words on one side, and their meanings, synonyms, antonyms, or sample sentences on the other. This holistic approach enriches your understandings of each word. Also, try labeling objects around your living space with their English names. This practical technique constantly exposes you to new vocabulary in familiar contexts. Next, challenge yourself to learn a new word every day. Use it in sentences and try to incorporate it into your conversations. Over time, these words will become an integral part of your vocabulary. Try to engage with language learning apps and websites that offer vocabulary games. Games like crossword puzzle, word searches, and word association can make learning feel like play. Create memorable associations to help you remember new words. Connect unfamiliar words with image, stories, or even sounds to make them stick in your mind. And as you learn new words, actively use them in your writing and speech. This practice solidifies your understandings and helps you integrate the words into your communication naturally. And build word families is a good idea. When you learn a new word, explore its related forms. For example, if you learn the word happy, also learn happily, unhappy, and happiness. Finally, choose a theme that interests you and create vocabulary lists around it. This could be topics like food, travel, technologies, or hobbies. Learning words in a context that resonate with you make the process more enjoyable. And there are several benefits of fun vocabulary building. First, engaging method enhances your memory retention of new words. Additionally, learning words in various contexts spark creativities in your writing and conversations. And last but not least, enjoyable technique keep you motivated to constantly build your vocabulary. Dear language enthusiast, building your vocabulary doesn't have to be a chore. Infuse creativities and joys into the process, and you will find yourself eagerly discovering new words and confidently incorporating them into your communication. And as you embark on this vocabulary building journey, remember that each word you learn brings you one step closer to expressing yourself equivalently in English. Reading is an excellent way to improve your language skills. Start with materials suited to your proficiency level, such as graded readers or online articles. As you progress, challenge yourself with more complex texts. Reading not only enhances your vocabulary, but also exposes you to various sentence structures and writing styles. Reading is a treasure trove of language learning benefits. It's like taking a stroll through the minds of authors and immersing yourself in diverse worlds, all while enhancing your language skills. Begin with materials that match your current language proficiency. If you are a beginner, opt for children's book, graded readers, or simplified online articles. As you progress, challenge yourself with more complex texts like novel, newspaper, and academic papers. Don't just skim the surface. Actively engage with the material. Highlight unfamiliar words, phrases, and expressions. Take note on interesting points, plot developments, and cultural insights. Diversify your reading choices. Explore fiction, non-fiction, news articles, blogs, and more. Different genres expose you to various writing styles and vocabulary. Try to read aloud. To be more specific, reading aloud combines visuals, auditory, and kinesthetic learning. Pronouncing the words and sentences aloud reinforces your reading comprehensions and speaking skills simultaneously. Next, annotate your reading materials by jotting down notes, questions, and reflections in the margin. Summarize what you have read in your own words to internalize the contents. Moreover, when you encounter unfamiliar words, use context clues to infer their meanings. The surrounding sentences often provide hints that help you grasp the word's significance. And don't forget to pay attention to the grammatical structures, idiomatic expressions, and phrases used in the text. This exposure to authentic language use will enhance your language proficiency. Ultimately, incorporate reading into your daily routine. Even if you only read for a short period each day, consistency is more effective than sporadic intensive reading sessions. Reading can bring you numerous benefits. First, exposure to a wide range of words enrich your vocabulary. Second, reading develops your abilities to understand complex ideas and information. Additionally, exposure to well-written text enhances your own writing abilities. And finally, reading exposes you to different cultural perspectives and ways of thinking. Dear enthusiasts of language and literature, reading is a passport to the world of imagination and knowledge. By immersing yourself in written content, you are not only absorbing words, but also embracing the art of expression. So, grab a book, an article, or a blog post, and let the journey of words continue to enrich your language learning experience. Grammar can seem daunting, but it is the backbone of any language. Approach grammar learning step by step, focusing on one concept at a time. Use online resources or grammar books with clear explanation and exercises. With consistent practice, you will gradually internalize the rules and become more comfortable using them. Before diving into the specific, it is important to recognize that grammar is not an enemy to conquer, but a tool to master. It is the set of rules that give structures and meanings to your language. Begin with the basics. Don't overwhelm yourself with complex grammatical concepts from the start. Focus on foundational elements like sentence structures, verbs conjugation, and basic tenses. Take one grammar concept at a time. Trying to grasp everything at once can be overwhelming. Whether it's articles, prepositions, or verb tenses, approach each concept with patience and thoroughness. And there are various resources for learning grammar. The first ones are grammar books. There are numerous grammar books available, ranging from beginner to advanced level. Choose one that suits your proficiency and learning style. Second, we have online resources. Websites and videos dedicated to teaching grammars offer clear explanation, example, and interactive exercise. In addition, nowadays, many language learning apps have grammar modules that can break down concepts into digestible lessons. Understanding grammars involves more than just reading explanations. Engage in exercises that allow you to apply what you have learned. These could be fill-in-the-blank exercises, sentence transformations, or even creating your own sentences. As you progress, incorporate grammar's rules into your writing and speaking. This practical application solidifies your understanding and make the rules more intuitive. Learning grammars in context is more effective than memorizing rules in isolation. Analyze sentences in text you read to see how grammar's rules are put into practice. Next, if you come across a grammar concept that confuses you, don't hesitate to seek clarification. Online forums, language teachers, and native speakers can provide insights and explanation. Finally, celebrate small victories as you grasp new grammar concepts. Each understanding brings you closer to fluent expressions. And of course, mastering grammars is extremely beneficial. First, accurate grammar usage ensures your message is communicated clearly. Second, knowing grammar's rules empower you to express your thought effectively in writing. Moreover, understanding grammars aids in comprehending complex texts. And last but not least, proper grammars help you to communicate without misunderstanding. Dear Grammar Explorer, Learning grammar is like deciphering the code to unlock a language's potential. By approaching it step by step and embracing its roles in language, you are embarking on a journey to master an essential aspects of communication. So, delve into those grammar lessons, apply them in your language endeavors, and watch as your linguistic skills flourish. In the digital age, technologies offer a plethora of language learning tools. Explore language apps, language learning websites, and online language courses. These resources often provide interactive lessons, quizzes, and exercises that cater to different learning styles. Technologies have revolutionized language learning, making it more accessible, interactive, and personalized than ever before. Whether you are a beginner or an advanced learner, there is something in the digital realm for everyone. Language learning apps are versatile companions on your learning journey. They offer a range of features, from vocabulary practice to grammar exercises, interactive lessons, or even conversation practice with AI or native speakers. Furthermore, numerous platforms provide structured online language courses. These courses cover a wide range of proficiency levels and offer in-depth lessons, quizzes, and assignments to ensure comprehensive learning. Also, try to connect with native English speakers or learners through language exchange apps and websites. These platforms facilitate conversation practice, cultural exchange, and mutual language learning. Also, virtual tutors and AI-powered language platforms provide personalized learning experiences. They adapt to your learning pace and provide instant feedback to help you improve. Additionally, explore websites that offer grammar explanation, vocabulary lessons, language games, and quizzes. Interactive websites engage your senses and cater to different learning styles. Also, you can make use of podcasts and audiobooks. To be more specific, listening to English podcasts and audiobooks expose you to different accents, conversational styles, and content. These resources improve your listening skills while keeping you entertained. Following language learning accounts on social media platforms can be beneficial too. These accounts often share language tips, vocabulary words, and engaging contents that encourage daily exposure to the language. And try to participate in online language learning communities. These forums provide opportunities to ask questions, share experiences, and connect with fellow learners. There are several advantages of technology's enhanced learning. First, you can learn anytime, anywhere, at your own pace. Second, interactive exercises and stimulations engage you in the learning process. In addition, many apps nowadays provide immediate feedback on exercises and pronunciation. Also, you can tailor your learning experience to your proficiency and preference. And last but not least, gamification elements and progress tracking keep you motivated. And why technology is a powerful tool. It is important to strike a balance between online learning and real-world interactions. Use technologies as a supplement to, not a replacement for face-to-face communication. Dear tech enthusiast, technology has opened up a world of possibilities for language learners. Embrace these digital resources to make your learning experience engaging, efficient, and enjoyable. Experiment with various apps, platforms, and tools to discover what aligns best with your learning styles. Language learning is a journey, not a destination. It takes time and dedication to achieve fluency. Be patient with yourself and celebrate every milestone, no matter how small. Consistency is key, so set aside regular study sessions, even if they are short, to keep the momentum going. As we near the end of our journey through effective language learning strategies, it's time to dive into a segment that holds the key to success: patience and persistence. Learning a language is not an overnight endeavor. It is important to set realistic expectations about the time it takes to achieve fluency. Understand that progress comes in waves, and there will be periods of rapid improvements as well as plateaus. Mistakes are stepping stones to mastery. Don't be afraid of making errors. They are essential for learning and improving. Each mistake is an opportunity to identify areas that need attention and refine your skills. Consistency trumps intensity. Short, regular study sessions are more effective than sporadic, lengthy ones. Create a study routine that you can stick to, even during busy times. And remember, every step toward is a victory. Celebrate each milestone, whether it's successfully using a new word in conversations, understanding a difficult text, or completing a challenging grammar exercise. And it is natural to feel frustrated at times, especially when progress seems slow. When frustration arises, take a step back, breathe, and remind yourself of how far you have come. Also, try to identify your motivations for learning English, whether it's for personal growth, career opportunities, travel, or connecting with others. Keeping your motivations in mind will fuel your determination. Large goals can feel overwhelming. Break them down into smaller, manageable tasks. This approach helps you track your progress and prevent you from feeling daunted by the end goal. In addition, periodically assess your learning methods and progress. Are there any areas that need more attention? Do you need to tweak your study routine? Reflections allow you to make informed adjustments. And some may question the differences between patience and perseverance. In fact, patience is about accepting that progress takes time. Perseverance is the commitment to keep going, even when faced with challenges. The combinations of both ensure steady advancement. And now, I will tell you why patience and persistence are crucial in language learning. First, patience and persistence lead to the consistent improvement over time. Besides, these qualities help you overcome setbacks and hurdles. And finally, seeing your gradual progress boosts your confidence in your abilities. Dear learner, remember that language learning is a journey of self-discovery, growth, and transformation. The path may have a twist and turn, but your patience and persistence will light the way. Embrace the process, celebrate your achievements, and keep your eyes on the horizons of fluency. As we conclude our explorations of effective language learning strategies, I wish you a future filled with successful conversation, enriched experience, and endless connections. Until next time, stay patient, stay persistent, and above all, stay committed to your language learning dreams. And remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to language learning. Experiment with different techniques and find what works best for you. Stay committed, stay curious, and most importantly, enjoy the process. Thank you for joining me today on this language learning adventure. I hope my tips and experience have inspired you to take your English skills to new heights. Keep practicing, and until next time, happy learning! If you enjoyed these videos, please hit the like button and share it with everyone to learn together. Subscribe to the channel to not miss out on other exciting videos too. Goodbye and see you next time.